Hello, my name is Elise and I'm a children's librarian at the Acton Memorial Library in Massachusetts. I also work in Wayland and Needham. I'm here today to do a family activity craft for the summer reading program. The theme is Imagine Your Story. And we are going to be reading lots of fantasy books like fairy tales and adventure stories with dragons and magic. And our family activity craft today is cardboard dragons. I am going to show you how to make one dragon and then 3 different ways to decorate it or for your child to decorate it. So let me begin with the materials you're going to need for this. Okay, this one is a little bit more complicated than some of the others I've done, so you'll be cutting cardboard. Now I used a lightweight cardboard. This is a cereal box, and I trimmed a piece of paper, a board that was 8 by 10 inches, and then I literally just cut a line across the diagonal and cut it in half. And the other piece you will use for scraps, but the main piece you have is the shape of your dragon. This will be where the neck goes. This is where the feet go on the bottom. There will be spikes on the side, and you will add a head. So this is the shape. It can face in either direction. And so you will need board. Might also need some small scraps of cardboard because you'll be cutting some pieces for it. You also want to have paper for your work surface so you can get it messy and not worry. And so make sure you have that. Now I'm going to show you some of the different, before I show you the cardboard shapes, let me tell you what some of the other materials are. You're going to need Elmer's or household glue. You'll probably need a scissors and a pencil. You might need a ruler or tape measure. You'll probably need Q-tips for decorating and painting. I also used photocopy paper or any kind of paper in colors of fire, or you could use tissue paper for that. And I also used felt instead of cardboard for some of the dragons. I used tempera paint, poster paint, washable, great for children. For one of the decorated ones, I used these dot art markers, and I used the shimmer or glimmer category, and it added a nice luster for our magical dragons. And there's one other thing I used. I cut up small construction paper in the shape of triangles and just randomly cut different sizes. And these will be used on one of the dragons also. So now I'm going to show you how to make your dragon. And it might seem complicated, but it's not really. You have to make a neck and a head and add feet and add your spikes. So for the spikes, for some of them I use felt. This is actually from a previous project, and they were the right size, and so I used these for one of the dragons. I also cut out a lot of cardboard triangles because I knew I would need them for the back as well as the neck and the head. And so I cut out different sizes, thin and big. And so definitely do that. Now you need a neck for your dragon, and here it is. And so I cut a piece of cardboard. This is a little wider, but this is 1.5 inches by 4 inches. You can trim it, and this was the neck. Now our dragon also has feet, and I just cut these out of pieces of cardboard that were 1.5 by 2.5 inches. You don't really need to measure these exactly, but these are the range of sizes I used. Now, so we have feet, spikes, neck, And the next piece was the head. And this was about 1 3/4 inches times 3 inches. And I just cut a slit. And actually, no matter what you do, it will look fine. There's one other piece of cardboard you might want to cut. You could have your dragon just play like this, or you could add a stand so that he or she might be able to stand up. And if you do 2 of these, it will stand very well. So, please don't be intimidated by all this cutting. If you have a 3-year-old, you will do the cutting and possibly the gluing for them. And this is really what it will look like from the back. Your feet are glued on from the back. Your spikes are glued on from the back. I glued the neck on the front, and I put the head on top of the neck from the front. So, please don't get intimidated by the cutting. It really comes together pretty easily. And now I'm going to show you how I decorated them. And again, here is one from the back. Feet, spikes, neck, head, and a large spike on top. And I used the dot to dots for this. I love how they come out. Kids love them. They're easy for very young ones, and older kids like them too. I made the feet a different color. I added with paint a nose or a nostril and an eye. So very, very easy with these dots. Okay, so that was easy. The next one I did was this one, which was painted, and I just used the poster paints. I painted the body white because I knew I was going to do these dots, and I gave stripes to the neck, and I painted the head. Now, I used Q-tips to make all these polka dots, and you can also use Q-tips to paint the spikes. See how small these are? Q-tips were the best way to paint them. I like to use Q-tips with young children. They enjoy it. They get very absorbed. It's a great fine motor skill project. It doesn't make a big mess. And all you do is take your cup of paint, they dip it in, and then you go dot, dot, and dot. And they can have a great time. You could add decoration to the feet. You can add more of a smile or eyebrows to the face. And this one I did use felt, but if I hadn't, you could have painted these cardboard spikes. Now the last one I'm going to show you involved cut paper. And again, I think I showed you all those pieces of cut paper that I had cut out of nicely colored construction paper. I painted the body white and the neck, and I also painted the spikes. And this is what it looks like from the back. And then I used a glue stick and just put glue all over this, covered the entire body, and took all my triangles and one by one layered them. I didn't plan it. I only had to trim some triangles at the end, maybe to fit some in. They overlap. It didn't matter. It's random, but it works out because the colors are beautiful and the shapes are consistent. So these were a lot of fun, different ways to make a dragon. Now, but dragons breathe fire, and none of my dragons have any fire yet. So I want to show you some ways you could add fire. And so I had told you we might need construction or photocopy paper in different colors, and we might need a pencil. And what you do is you wrap this paper around the pencil tightly and just keep wrapping, and you hold it. You could tape it or hold it for a while. You don't even need really to do that. There it goes. And you have some fire. And you could take another color and do it. And let me just quickly do that. You could shorten these or keep them longer, add more colors. And I'm just going to use Scotch tape to make it easier. And I'm going to take my red fire stream and the yellow, and I'm going to glue it to the head. Oh, I have to lower it, I think. And now our dragon is breathing fire. And that works pretty well. These are not only fun to do, they're fun to play with. Now, another option for fire is to use tissue paper. And here's mine. And again, I cut out strips of tissue paper. I didn't even try to roll these or do anything with them other than just have the different colors. And let's just see what it looks like. And so I'm just gonna, it works pretty well. Now, what is your dragon going to do with all this fire? I have a suggestion. They can roast and toast marshmallows. So have a great time playing with this craft and making it. I'll see you soon. Bye.